what's good? It's Rubber Cat to come back at you with another video. And today, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we got an insane fucking video for y'all boys today, man. We got an insane video. Look, so I was sitting here thinking, I gotta do my RP Luffy video for the week, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I kind of want to do something just off the top, just something crazy. I don't know if I'm the first person to do this. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm the first person to do this, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about the list, everything. Just let me know. I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting. I appreciate, all the subscribers. I appreciate all the likes, man. Hey, everything y'all do is helping your boy out, man. I appreciate it. We still grinding to get some members on the channel, man. But hey, we'll get there eventually, man. We'll get there eventually. It is what it is. But hey, if y'all like content like this and y'all want to see more, man, hey, run up them likes for your boy, man. Cause hey, the more likes I see, the more likely I'm gonna do something crazy like this again. But hey, let's get into this deck list, man. Yes, you see it. We got a deck list full of fucking one ofs. There's no card we have two ofs in this deck list. And I'm not gonna lie, if I go over every single card we got in this list, bro, we'll be here forever. Like, if you want to see a separate video of me going, because it'll take its own video, like, no lie. If you want to see a separate video of me going over every single card in this deck list, hey, hit me in the comments down below. Let me know, man. I'll make a video on this deck list. But I will post the deck list in the description if you want to try it out, you want to have fun. But it uses my same building principles. If you've seen my how to build RP Luffy video, it uses the same deck building principles, with the amount of 2Ks, the amount of ramp, all that, the amount of bigs, the amount of bricks, my ratios are all there. And I wanted to put myself to the test as a player, and it's like, is it the deck that gets you the wins, or is it your skill? It's like, is there a skill gap? I wanted to I had a question, I wanted to answer it. Is there a skill gap to this game? And I think this deck list, or me doing this challenge, proves that we very skilled with RP Luffy, man. That's all I can say. I haven't seen no other RP Luffy content creator do this. And maybe they will in the future, man. Hey, if you know a RP Luffy content creator, somebody who plays RP Luffy, tell them to take this challenge, man. Cause we got some meta matchups. Not gonna lie, we did some meta matchups, and you might be surprised at what you see, man. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. But let's get into the gameplay, man. But before we do, hey, Brooke, drop that beat. All right, crew. Here we go. It's challenge time, baby. We got a Shanks. I had some ramp in the hand, and I mulliganed and ended up not getting any ramp. I should have kept that other hand, to be honest, but it is what it is. We're gonna work it out and see if we can beat this Shanks player using literally one of every single card that we picked. We ain't doing like one of every single card, but so one of list. Let's see what we can do. We got Bond Clay in hand, so that's nice. We did draw him. Our opponent swung at us. Well, we drew him off life. We're gonna play the Bond Clay out here. Swing 7 at our opponent. Hey, what can I say? Hey, sorry if y'all hear that lawnmower in the background. These motherfuckers literally just started mowing grass as I start making the video. But hey, we gotta continue on with the video, man. I'm too excited to show y'all this shit, cause we got some interesting matchups, man. But we pass the turn after we swing 7 there, let's get it. We got some interesting options in hand. As a player, you have to know what to play and when to play it, and you got to know the matchup. So, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know what was going through my head in this match right here. I don't know what my next play is. But this guy's playing out of Rush Zoro, so I know he's playing a spicy build. And I'm like, okay, we gonna have to, play this matchup a little bit different. We'd go down to 1 life. And we RP Luffy, man. We used to playing at 1 life here. So So now we got some options to do. This is probably gonna be a blocker up turn right here, and we might utilize Bond Clay as a pseudo blocker in this, in that instance as well. We're gonna swing 7 here at his Zoro to see what he does. He lets it go. That's good. That's good news. So we're gonna play out Zoro Joro and a Shiryu here. If you've seen my older videos, y'all know I love Shiryu, man. Shiryu is a GOAT. And he really, he should have never left the RP Luffy list. It's such a good blocker, bro. It's such a good blocker. But when when Black was heavy in the meta, it made Shiryu a little bit annoying. But King Do was a little better in that aspect when Black was in the meta. But now that Black's not as prevalent in the meta, Shiryu might make a comeback, man. But he been Batman's our Shiryu, which makes it where he can't swing at us, so we're fine with that. We're gonna do a Bond Clay swing here first. It's looking like using this Ben Beckman, so 7K swing at life. See what he does here. We're on 10 done. We got too many fucking options in hand. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to see if he'd take life there, so I could use the law to make him discard some cards, but he ain't taking life. We do got a Gum Gum Giant in hand, and yes, we only have one Gum Gum Giant in this list. I mean, we just happen to draw it. It is what it is. We do got other 1-cost events, so But man, how y'all doing today on this Wednesday, man? So we chose to play out Dragon there. I like the Dragon play to get a little more aggressive with our opponent here. We got him down to 3. We got a shit ton of bodies on board, so he's got a choice to make here. He can either go for a game, or he can focus these bodies on board. And if he goes for game and fails, it might not be good for him. He at least has to get this Bond Clay off board. He plays out a Silver's Rayleigh. Okay. That's not a bad play at all. It's not a bad play. What is he going to KO, though? Surely the Bond Clay, right? Okay, yeah, he KOs the Bond Clay. So, is he going to swing at our Zoro Joro here? I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember this game. I made this game like 2 days ago. I recorded this game like 2 days ago. Swinging 5 at a Zoro Joro here. I think we should use the Gum Gum Giant just to cycle. To try to, get some more options in our hand. We do got a lot of options. I don't really care for Lin Lin, but I had to add her because I needed another big, so it is what it is. We get a Ben Beckman, that's nice to see. And we force him to swing 7 into our Zoro Joro as well, so that's always a plus too. We got essentially 2 attacks there. So now I think we should swing with the swing the 6 with the dragon, because he did use Rayleigh on our dragon. Swing the 6 with the dragon, see what he does here. He doesn't take. Very smart of him, very smart. I'm calculating my Don, seeing the most amount I can swing for and play out some blockers. If you don't know, blocker builds are very strong, like low cost blockers, and being able to play out a lot of them is very strong. But it looks like we're going for the big Luffy here, and we're going to take this Ben Beckman off the board. We got another 1-cost in hand. We got a guard point, so yeah, that makes sense. We're gonna use our Luffy effect here, our leader effect, to get a Don back. We got an active Don. We got some decent counter in hand as well, and we got some big bodies on board. And the reason I done that is because he was gonna be on his 10 Don turn, and he played Shanks just like we expected. So that's perfect. Our 1-cost gets us out of the Silver's Rayleigh. And if he tries to go into our board with the Shanks, we have enough counter to protect our board. See what he does here. He chooses to pass. Not gonna lie, that probably was a good move because we definitely would have went into the Shanks with him only having 3 cards in hand. But I don't know. I don't know if that was the best move for him. So now here we're gonna swing 7 into life. should swing maybe 9-9. Yeah, 9-9. Yes sir, yes sir. And we're probably gonna play out the Baccarat and the Law. He looks like he's gonna counter out of this one. He did counter out of that last one. That's good for him. That's good for him. We're gonna play out Baccarat and we're gonna play out Law. And if you've seen my older videos, you know that I like Baccarat too. And this is actually an interesting move we did right here. We still use Law's effect, even though he didn't have, you know, 7 cards in hand to minus the Don, because we know we can add it back with leader effect. And this is putting our opponent on, oh man, he potentially has 2 Gum Gum Giants. Because our opponent doesn't know we're playing all one-ofs. I mean, he does see a shit ton of different cards on the board and in our trash, but he doesn't know that we're playing all one-ofs. He doesn't know that we're not playing 4 Gum Gum Giants. He makes the mistake here of playing out his blocker Luffy first. So that lets us know, like, you know, what we have to get out of. He played his unblockable Luffy, my bad. He should have swung first, I think, in my opinion, to see what I was gonna do, and then played accordingly. But since he didn't, you know, we do have an option of punishing him here. We're just gonna 2K out of the Shanks attack, because why not? It's a 2K. We can use Baccarat's effect here. Actually, we didn't use Baccarat's effect. We should have just went ahead and used Baccarat's effect. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, we're saving the Baccarat effect for the Luffy. So here we block with the Law. Yeah, we saved the Baccarat effect for the Luffy. Makes sense. Yes. Trash the card, give our leader plus 2K with the Baccarat effect, and then we use a 1K. And we gotta have every single attack. Our opponent only has 1 Don up, and he only has 3 cards in hand, and we got some attacks coming in. So we're gonna swing for 8 off top. He used his 1 cost event there, so now we're pretty safe. We're gonna swing for 9. We get the life, and then it's gonna be everything on leader. And that should be GG's there, 16 at life, and we get the game against Shanks, man. Crazy match, crazy match. All one of us, bro. Man, I don't know. Y'all tell me, am I the first to do this? And man, this video better go viral, bro. Like, I know I'm the first to do this. I ain't seen nobody do this. If y'all seen somebody else do this, please let me know. Let's get on to the next match, crew. So you may be saying to yourself, yeah, that's Shanks and all, but what about Blackbeard? I got news for you, man. Here goes Blackbeard. This is crazy. This is crazy. Fighting a Blackbeard with all one-ofs just proves my theory on how to beat Blackbeard. If you play the same way, I think your win rate against Blackbeard really don't matter the deck, as long as you got bodies that you can play out that can attack. Like, your win rate against Blackbeard should be at least 80%. Like, just me personally. Like, if they draw the nuts, okay. They draw all their KO, all their Blackbeards, all their searchers. Like, yeah, maybe there's nothing you can do. But I think you should win more Blackbeard matches than you lose, if you know the matchup, in my opinion. But anyway, let's get back to the game. We played out Bon Clay here. He didn't use leader effect on us, surprisingly. I guess he might have thought we was playing Zoro Joro. But hey, we get the ramp, which is what we like to do. But if he don't use leader effect this next turn, we're really going to punish him for that. So let's see what he does. We do got some bigs in hand. We got some small bodies we can play as well. I love to see it. He's swinging 6 at us here. I'm giving him a 2K here because the Frankie, the 1K I have is a blocker, and the other 1K I have is a big body. I don't want to give him that 1K. And I don't want to give him an attacker. So, you know, he didn't he didn't black hole us here. And he's gonna see why that's a bad thing. So we're gonna swing 7 at him here. Now he's forced to give us cards from hand because he doesn't want to go too low in life, and I get it. You know, I understand. And I was thinking to myself here, I really could play out Frankie and another card if I would have left that Don, but I didn't, so it's fine. A 7K rusher's fine. I should have played that because, you know, I don't play effects. So surely we should be black hole for the rest of the game here. There's no way he's going to give it to us after seeing that we're playing rushers. But we do got Frenosuke in hand, and he is a rusher, so we'll see how this goes. Or Frenosuke, however they want to say it, you know. Leaving one Don up. We got the Gum Gum Giant again, which is kind of crazy, bro. Like, a one of, just having one ofs. I mean, I guess you got the same chance of drawing it as your other one ofs, but still, it's kind of crazy. We got Gum Gum Giant, shit glued to our hand. Plays out Jesus Burgess. Swings 7 at us here. We're just going to 2K out of that. Alright, cool. Got 10 Don. We are black hole. I think I should probably play out Silver's Rayleigh this turn, but we do got the rusher. So it's probably gonna be 7-7-7. Swing 7s across the board, leave one Don up. I like that, yeah. 7-7. He's only gonna be on 9 Don his next turn, and he has to give his cards from hand to keep from going down to 1. I mean, to keep it going down from 0. He does give his cards from hand. Now our opponent is on 1 life. We have a Gum Gum Giant in hand. We got 2 bodies on board and our leader. So, you know, he's got a lot to worry about here. The pressure is on our opponent's back. He uses a finger pistol. That's good, that's good. Or finger gun, whatever you want to call it. He straps up and tries to kill our 7 drop. No, sir, we're not giving that to you for free. Yeah, get rid of the Rayleigh because the other guys are still viable attackers. There's no reason to save the Rayleigh. He swings 9 at us here. We're definitely gonna save it. I give him the 2 higher costs because I can play out the 2 lower costs and still swing a lot. It's a good thing he black holed us here, because if he didn't, you know, it'd be even worse. But he has no blocker established, and that is GG's. That is the Blackbeard matchup with all one ofs, man. Let's get on to the next match, crew. Well, just so y'all know it ain't a fluke, man. Here goes another Blackbeard. Here goes another Blackbeard matchup. Because why not? I'm just gonna show y'all that your boy is really the fucking truth out here. It doesn't matter, like, you know, we're just the truth. And I think this shows and this proves that as long as your ratios in your deck are, you know, good, and also your plan is optimal, that you can win with, you know, no matter what you play. Pretty much. I mean, your leader has to be optimal too. I'm just saying in general, like RP Luffy wise. No matter the build with RP Luffy, as long as your ratios is right and you play your cards effectively and you play the matchup, you know, effectively, you should win no matter what. Let's see here. We get the Luffy off board. I hate having an attack on the board, as you know, with RP Luffy, but you know, we don't want him searching every turn. He plays out of Burgess. He's got a dot Q on board. This Blackbeard matchup is looking a whole lot worse for us here. How are we going to dig ourselves out of this? He black holed us like he's supposed to. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stick to the same strategy. So, we got 7 Don left. We're going to play out our Brule here, which is our ramper. And we're going to play out our 2K counter Usohachi that has an effect on when attacking to rest a 4 cost or lower. So, now he's got 2 things he has to worry about. He has to worry about the Usohachi. He don't really have to. Well, I guess he only has one thing. He don't really have to worry about the Brule. But she can't rant me. But I'm gonna be on 10 no matter what with leader effect. Our opponent doesn't. Our opponent doesn't know what we're playing. So you know, it's interesting to see what he does. He plays out the Van Augur here. He uses a dot Q to KO our Usohachi. Makes sense. Swinging at us with his Blackbeard, and we're just gonna use our Brule here to block out. Perfect, perfect. That's why I love Brule. We're gonna be on 10 down this next turn. Let's see what we do. Okay, he black holes us, which is to be expected. We go 1 on lead. We're gonna swing 7 into the Van Augur because I don't want him to be able to remove my bigger bodies for free. We're gonna play out a dragon and we're gonna swing 9 into life here. Perfect. We got him down to 3 life. Gonna be on 9 down this turn, which means next turn we gotta worry about Blackbeards hitting the board. But it's okay. We got a strategy for that. We've prepped our hand for that. We know what we're gonna do. He's playing out another Luffy. But from this point on, I shouldn't worry about his Laffites. Because, you know, if he plays Blackbeard on 10, he can't use Lafitte again anyway. So, you know, we're not worried about that. All I know is he better black hole me this turn or it's going to get real ugly for him. He swings 6 at us. We give him the law here. In hindsight, I should have gave him one of the 2Ks. But I didn't. No, I thought about it. I was like, wait, no, he's an attackable. You know, hey, look, this play's important right here. I almost discarded that Tony Chopper. I already misplayed when I discarded the law instead of one of the other 2Ks. But I almost discarded that Tony Chopper, and that would have fucked me. Put 1 on lead, swing 7. Takes. Swing 9. Thinking here, he does got the Van Augur and Dot Q combo. So it's like, okay, if I play these out, he will be able to KO him for free. Or one of them anyways. So I'm like, let me play out the 7-drop kid here. Because I think I can go 2 more turns with my opponent, even if he plays Blackbeard. Now, some may see this as a misplay. What would you have done in that situation? Okay, he swings 6 at us here. We counter out with the Silver's Rayleigh. Perfect. He swings 7 at us here. This will be his last attack if he plays a 10 drop. We go ahead and take it. See what he does here. He uses the stage. He gets him a Blackbeard. He plays the 10 drop. Locks down our dragon. Nullifies our leader. So, you know, he's at his 10 down turn. He's doing his thing now. He's got a Burgess on board, Van Augur and Dot Q. He's got probably the perfect Blackbeard board, man. So what do? We play out a Bon Clay here. Put 1 on Kid. We swing 9 into life here. So either you're going to give us 3 cards from hand or you're going to turn that Blackbeard sideways. And we're saving enough Don to where if he turns the Blackbeard sideways, we're threatening it. He takes the life. That's perfect for us here. So we should ramp the Don back. Yep. Probably play the Tony Chopper blocker. Yup. Put 1 on lead. No, we don't even need to put 1 on lead. Just swing 7. Leave 2 open Don. Threaten 2 Gum Giants. Now he has to use his Van Augur and Dot Q to KO the Mr. 2. Or he's got to worry about a 12k attack coming at him next turn. We got a blocker established. We got 2 open Don. Sorry. We got a blocker established. We got 2 open Don. Our opponent has no option but to either try to kill us right here, which would require him to turn his teeth sideways, and if he doesn't kill us, then he loses. Or try to play another teach out and go that route. So let's see what he does here. So he won't be able to swing with the Van Augur if he KOs our Mr. 2. So that's a plus. He does choose the KO our Mr. 2 with the Van Augur.Q. So now that's telling me he's probably going to play another teach, and he does. But the thing here is he can only lock down one attacker. Let's see how I do this. And if he black holes us here, he's going to lose out a counter in his hand. Okay. Wait on him to pass it. Okay, he passes it. Perfect. Alright, so here I probably should go 1 on swing 9. Wow, hold up. We're doing it different. We're swinging 14 because we want to be able to go over the Blackbeard, which makes sense. Okay. So if he tries to save his Blackbeard here, that's going to be a misplay on him. He does try to save his Blackbeard. Ooh, we went psychological with it. Hold up. Let me pause that. So, I would have said swing 9. Swing 9. Swing 9. And then the rest on Tony Chopper. But what we did there is we went to where, okay, we're going to go 2 over his Blackbeard if he chooses to block. So you can either save that Blackbeard, which he did choose, which he probably should have let it go, but he chose to save it. Now we're gonna come at him for 8. So do you got 2 2Ks in hand? He doesn't. Then I'm like, alright, well bet. We got a blocker here too, buddy. He can swing. We swing 7. Our opponent had 2 Blackbeards in hand. And I don't know if that guy's a 2K or not, but anyway, either way, he didn't have enough to get out of it. And that is the game. That's the game. But wait, we're not done. We got one more game for y'all, man. Y'all gonna like this one. I got probably one of the worst matchups for us. And I'm not even playing with a meta build. I'm playing with a literally fucking 1-up build against one of the worst matchups that I've played against. Like, Useless Kid. If you've played against Useless Kid as RP Luffy, it's like playing Bonnie. Like, that's how bad this matchup is. Like, just because they trash your life so efficiently while establishing big bodies it feels terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the matchup feels terrible. But I know the matchup. I want you to watch how I play this matchup right here, utilizing the cards in my hand, because literally, like, this should be damn near unwinnable in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Just with all 1-ups, it should be damn near unwinnable. But this Baccarat's finna put in fucking OT for you, boy, this game. So he swings at us here. We did take the first life aggressively, which is kind of risky against this leader because they do trash your life very effectively. He plays out of Basil Hawkins, makes him a blocker, so if I attack, then, you know, we're gonna lose a life. We got a God Threat in hand though, so we're gonna KO his other valid attacker, Rampadon, and we're gonna pass. If you don't know the trick to Kid, if they have a face-up life, then they can't make one of their bodies a blocker. But they do have ways of, you know, putting life on top of their life face down to where they can do that every turn. And as you're about to see this match, he played out the X Drake. I guess he didn't read it, but he has to have less life than me or equal, and he doesn't. So, you know, it's a simple mistake. It can happen to anybody. But he plays out the Hiyori, so he is able to reset his life. He swings 7 here. Give him a 2K, and he makes the Basil Hawkins a blocker again. I'm like, okay, cool. We draw into a Rayleigh here. I'm like, bet. We ramp the 10 Don. We play out the Rayleigh. We put minus 3K on his Basil Hawkins so he can't attack with the next turn for free. It's going to require a lot of Don. And we KO the X Drake, and we pass. I'm not attacking in the life. I'm not giving him free life. You're not getting free life from me, buddy. Like, the only way you're gonna get that is you dropping that 8 cost kid or whatever other burn cards you got. We're essentially starving our opponent out here. He's swinging 8 at us, and I'm like, we're gonna use the Baccarat effect probably, or we might even take it. Or we Gum Giant, yeah. Either one, I like cycling too. We're gonna Gum Giant. See what we can get into here. We get into a Rad Beam and a 2K counter. That's literally all the Nami is. That's fine. Alright. He made the Basil Hawkins a blocker again because, you know, the law adds a life. Face down. This shit is fucking annoying as hell because I can't attack him without losing a life. And if I attack him and I want to play out this Shanks here, then, you know, I'm playing with that. I'm playing with fire at that point. So I just play out the 10 drop Shanks and I pass. Remember, we're playing chess, not checkers over here. Our opponent has 5 life, so he still got full life. Just keep that in mind. He just drew into another law off the Monkey D. Luffy search. So now he has another way to add another life and make his Basil Hawkins a blocker again. Let's see what he does here. He's thinking very hard, and I get it. I get it, man. This is a rough board to be up against. Like, my board doesn't look that good, but it's decent. It's not terrible. So here we use the Baccarat effect because he put 4 on Basil and he's swinging in for 8. Use the Baccarat and we give him a 2K. He swings another 8. We gotta take it. He swings another 8, and we gotta take it. So we're down to 0 life, bro. He plays out a Viola, flips his life face down, and makes his Basil Hawkins a fucking blocker again. But we have no life to worry about this time. So it's like, you know, at that point, we don't give a damn. So I'm going through my options here. I see I got a 9 cost Shanks in hand. If you don't know what the 9 cost Shanks does, it has rush, and it also makes it where characters with 2,000 or less power cannot block. So I want to get this law off the board. And I thought about playing a blocker right away, and I was like, no, we're good, we're good. We play out the 9 drop Shanks. Thinking here about my attack sequence. Okay, I'm gonna attack with him first. So he won't be able to block this with Viola, but he can block it with his Basil Hawkins. So I'm like, alright, bet. We swing 12 over 8 here. So we're probably gonna block it with Viola. We swing 8 into 8 here. He's probably gonna 1K counter. Yep, perfect. We got no choice but to pass. We got 1 blocker, 1 open Don, and a fucking dream. Let's see what our opponent does here. He swings 8. I'm like, okay. I can get out of that. But I don't want to use my open Don, so I trash the Divine Departure to insinuate I got a Gum Giant. Like, okay, I got a Gum Giant, because why else would I trash a 1 cost if I don't have a Gum Giant? He gets scared. He plays another law here. Plays the Hiyori, so now he can make his other law. He can restand it and make it blocker. Swing 6 at us here. We use the red Sanji as 2K because we want to save a blocker in hand. Very important. We top deck another blocker, which we're playing a good amount of blockers in this build, just so you know. Alright, so I'm like, this is an interesting situation here. If I save all 10 of my Don, I can play out both of these blockers and leave one Don open. So we swing 8, we swing 6 with Lee, we swing 8 with Rayleigh. He gets a Satori trigger, another attacking body. We swing 10. We swing 12. Keep in mind, we're still not out the water yet, bro. He gets a trigger to trash the top life. Yeah, okay, we'll trash our 0 life. We play out the Shiraya. We're probably gonna play the Sanji over the Rayleigh. I was thinking about it hard here. I was like, bro, I got to though. We play the Sanji out over the Rayleigh, and we pass with one open Don. He swings 8 at us here. I'm like, alright. We got 3 blockers, and we got 4K counter in hand because Rad Beam's 4K. We give him the Baccarat there. He swings another 8. We give him the Shiraya. So now he has a choice. He chooses to play the 10 drop ace, bro. And instead of giving him the blocker, I'm gonna go ahead and Rad Beam out of that because he has no more attacks on board. He makes his law a blocker, and I'm like, okay, I gotta kill him here. There's no other way. We're gonna swing 12 off top. We're gonna swing 10. Gets another trigger. Trash the top life. We don't care about that. And it's probably gonna be 11-11. 11. He has to block out, and then we go 11. And that is the fucking game. Now, let's go back and see what our opponent should have did for a second. Okay, so right here, our opponent's got 10 Don. He's got, you know, really only two viable attackers right here. I got 1 blocker, 1 open Don, which now he can safely assume is either a Rad Beam or a Divine Departure, which only gets me up to 3K. So he could put 5 Don on lead, swing. He puts 5 Don on lead, swings. I have to give him my blocker. Then he will only be able to put 5 Don on Satori, and since we have Shanks on board, his Satori would only be in 9K, so he's literally checkmated. There's literally nothing our opponent can do in this situation here. Like, there's absolutely nothing he could do. I was thinking maybe there was a way he could have won that by splitting Don, but yeah, there's literally nothing he could have did. Man, we checkmated him. Hey man, I hope y'all like the video, man. If y'all like shit like this, y'all know I be coming with the crazy builds, man. If y'all want me to make a video on the Decklist, let me know in the comments down below, and I will make its own video for the Decklist. But hey man, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. And peace.